I'm Kurtis Phillips. I've been a Master Mason for 17 years, and I'm a member of Hebron Masonic Lodge number 757, located in Hebron, Kentucky. I've been working for Boone County Schools full-time for about 20 years now, and I have a family of 3 kids, and one of the first things in Masonry they teach you is your God, your country, your family, and your job all come before Masonry, which can be difficult at times trying to balancing everything. We're given the 24-inch gauge as an entered apprentice, and it is the hardest tool to master in Masonry. And some of us can never truly master it because there's only so many hours in a day. So when I was younger, and even now, if my children had an after-school event, a dance recital or a basketball game that they really wanted me to be at, I would put that before my lodge. And everyone at lodge understood that because that's what we're taught, the very first thing we're taught when we come into Masonry. My father and grandfather are both Master Masons, and I have many uncles on my mother's side who are also Master Masons. And I grew up around the guys in the lodge. I grew up in this lodge, and to be honest, I kind of thought that joining Masonry is just what men did at a certain age. In 1993, my father was master of this lodge, and shortly after the meeting one day, he collapsed. And they rushed him to the hospital, and they found out that my father was born with a hole in his heart the size of a silver dollar, and that he would require open heart surgery. Back then, medical technology isn't what it is today. Today, they would do it, they would go in through your leg, and it would be almost outpatient surgery. But back in 1993, they required to open you up from your neck to your navel, break your sternum, and cut your heart open. His chances for survival was very slim. Well, my dad was in the hospital. That's when some of the brothers started showing up. Some of these guys, all my dad's friends that I've known for my whole life, all started showing up with bags of groceries, bags of clothes for me and my younger sister, coats, shoes, shirts. They wanted to make sure that we were clothed for school and we had good coats for the winter. They mowed our yard. And when my dad eventually did get out of the hospital, he was going to be bedridden for a long time on an oxygen machine. We didn't have air conditioning in our house, and a brother bought a window unit air conditioning to place in my father's bedroom to make sure he was cool in the summer. To me, that's what's Masonry about. I did not understand it when I was a child. I understood it when I was older, and I looked at Masonry, joining Masonry as a way of paying that back, and in hopes in one day I could repay that to someone else. I'm not sure what I expected when I joined. I had been to open installations when I was a child and as a teenager, and I saw that. So when I joined, or when I was joining, I was thinking it would be something similar to that, where I'd walk in and they would give me a lecture and say, hey, you're a Mason now. And I was pleasantly surprised that it was not that. One big thing is the camaraderie. In Masonry, we're all brothers, we're family. And I feel that here more so than I do anywhere else. Another big thing I enjoy in Masonry is the degrees, the ritual work, and the educational aspects of Freemasonry. Our initiations, our degrees is what makes us unique from other social clubs or philanthropic societies like the Rotary. What makes us unique, it makes us special, and there's a lot of knowledge and information contained within those degrees. Probably the public perception of us, as most people don't know who we are. They don't know what we're about, they don't know what we stand for, and they don't know the good works that we do. And that a very small percentage of the population actually know who we are, and then there's a few that know of us, but they mix it in with conspiracy theorists and things like that, and it could be far from the truth. A long time ago, if you were a Mason, it was respectable. Meant you were an honorable man. Even non-Masons, if they saw that you were a Mason, they knew that you were honorable. Nowadays, they see the square and compass and they think Illuminati. I enjoy going to Renaissance festivals and Celtic festivals. Renaissance festivals are, it's a festival with a Renaissance themed period where people dress up in period appropriate clothing, enjoy folk music, crafts. It's a very welcoming community over there, and I have a lot of fun. Celtic Fest, it's the same idea, but it's more Celtic themed. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the clothing, the history. I'm a big, big history buff. It would probably be adopting social media. I feel like a lot of lodges and grand lodges don't utilize social media to the best of their ability. Society has changed to where we no longer go to the community center and we're no longer looking at the community board to see what's going on. We use social media now. There's so many neighborhood groups on Facebook and Twitter, so on and so forth, that lodges and grand lodges could use that to post events. And some lodges do use it to post times for their events, but they don't use it to where they're showing the brothers enjoying each other's company, videos of them doing the good works that we do, our meals, just the camaraderie, the fraternal side of Masonry. Another thing I would change is I feel that Masonry has gotten away from the education or the presentation side of the meetings, and I feel if lodges could bring that back, you would give brothers more of a reason to attend a lodge meeting. To be honest, it's the new brothers and the old brothers. The old brothers passed on this knowledge to me, and I do my best to pass this same knowledge on to the new guys. We've been doing this for a little over 300 years officially. We know it's a little older than that, but officially it's 300 years old. That's older than this country. And we're passing on these traditions. We're, in a sense, our numbers are dwindling. We're, in a sense, a dying breed. So I feel it's my job and many other Masons' job to pass on these traditions and pass on these teachings to the next generation to preserve these, hopefully, for time immemorial. I definitely had. That is actually one of the biggest things about Masonry. We're a fraternity, we're a brotherhood. It's all about making friends. I have made friends. I've met people that I would not normally meet because we don't hang around in the same circles. I'm a blue collar guy. I have my interests, and I've met guys who are, CEOs. I've met guys who are lawyers. I've met guys who work in the medical field. I've met truck drivers. I've met people from Texas. I've met people all over the U.S. I've met people from Sweden because of Freemasonry, and we have that bond. We have that connection already. So it makes it easier to become someone's friend. In Lodge, when we teach the degrees, when I teach the proficiencies, I form a bond and a camaraderie with these new guys, these young guys. I'm 38 years old. I wouldn't normally be hanging out with somebody in their 20s, but these man who's 25 years old joins Masonry, and I teach him the degrees. We develop a friendship. Maybe I can give him a bit of advice here and there when it comes to his work, or maybe I know, how to fix his car when it's not starting. Maybe I can help him out with that. I've had plenty of brothers call me up for advice, and I know that I have a million brothers out there that I could call and ask for advice or help if I needed to. The type of legacy I would want to leave, it's just mostly to my family. I would hope that my family realized that, I'm far from perfect, but through all my stumbles that I've made in life, I hope that they understand that I did the best I could with what I had, and that I always strive to be a good man an honorable man, and I hope that they see that, and that they see that I was a very loving man.